I hate that I'm doing 3 pessimistic videos in a row. But like, I don't know, man. I can't help it. It feels like, to me anyway, that it's difficult to be bright and optimistic and cheery and fucking bushy-tailed when you don't really understand what the other side of the equation is. What's the other side of the issue? Buddy, I need pearls. I need pearls so bad. Please help me. No shards. All pearls, okay? Pearls? Yes! Oh, fuck yes. People who put this fucking creeper overhaul into the game and add bamboo creepers. Let me not wish harm upon you. Never mind. Let me stop. I want to talk about the layoffs. I want to talk about AI. I want to talk about being a good person. I want to talk about all those things. And it feels like every time I think about it in my head, I get easily sidetracked because the topic is so large. The conversation is so large. You have to bring in fucking Power World. I don't know why the fuck that got involved. Oh, yeah. Leather. I guess I'll start off with layoffs, right? So there are 3 tiers of people who get and to make this clear, this impacts me personally as someone who works not just in video games but in tech in general. Everyone's experiencing this. Gotcha. New tech. Everyone's impacted by this. What was it? Spider. Eat shit. I just got done raiding a desert temple, by the way. A very large one. It is very funny. So there are 3 tiers. I'm trying to make this agnostic, so it's not just the video game industry. It's, programmers and developers and everyone who's affected by these layoffs. I've heard different reasons as to why. By the way, you see what I'm talking about? Like, it's easily getting spun around. Like, who cares about the reasons why people are getting laid off? It's kind of that's kind of important for what we're going to talk about later. It's like prerequisite reading. Is that what they call it? So there are 3 tiers. We have the seniors. People have been working there for like 10 plus years. If you've been working in one place for over 10 years, God bless you, or you're the worst person on earth. Not really sure which is which. They're going to be fine. They're going to search for new jobs, and right now we are in an industry. Prying obsidian. Is that another spawner? There's no way, right? In broad daylight? Yep. Yeah, he's sped up. What the fuck? I'm glad it's daylight right now, brother, or you'd be dead. Thanks for the slime. I'm still gonna kill him. They're fine. They're gonna find new opportunities, new pastures. There's really nothing to worry about with the seniors. Everyone wants a person that has 10 years of experience and is under 80 years old. Right now, anyway. It wasn't the case like 5 years ago. It is the case right now. If you... God. If you can just survive that long, you will be fine forever. And that is so fucking sad. I think I've said this before. Meritocracy is absolute bullshit. No one should actually believe in this stuff. There's nothing... I'm not starting that rant. Mid-level. You've been working for 2 to 5 years. You know your way around, but you're not exactly an expert, right? You didn't make a lot of the systems that you're dealing with. That's kind of the thing, like a lot of legacy. You're dealing with a bunch of shit that no one really... Did I need sound? Yeah. Okay. You're dealing with a bunch of shit that you have no control over. Your forebears, people came before you, they made all of it, and you kind of have to pick up the pieces. That's kind of how it is. You might be fine. Everyone kind of wants a senior in order to start their new tech startup that's all based around AI. I'm getting to the AI discussion, I promise. So you might not do spectacularly, but you'll do okay. No, juniors. Oh, buddy. Yeah, it's not looking good. I don't consider myself to be a good person. I don't hide that fact. I consider myself to be a fucking a pretty heinous person. I don't care for my for my fellow man in a way that would make me a good person. But I think that to be a good person and to be an evil person, there's a large gray area in between, and I think I fit solidly into that. I'm agnostic to being good. That doesn't mean I'm bad. I don't really care that these people have lost their jobs. I'm well insulated. I work at a company that's not publicly traded. I feel pretty okay. I guess that's what everyone says when they before they get laid off, huh? They feel okay. It's going to pop up eventually. Um, I imagine sometime in my life I'll get hit by it, but probably not this position at this job in particular. It's pretty safe. And if I really want security, I would work government. I'll start applying for contract positions and work a comfy federal job where I get paid a little bit less, but no one's going to fire me. I'm basically dead weight, and I can just sit there and die. Even like someone like me has to acknowledge that it is super fucked that juniors, people who just got here, people who've been, God, some of you guys have been trying to break into this for many, many, many years, and then all of a sudden, right out from under you, it all kind of just goes to shit, and it's not in your control. There are many reasons why. I don't think I need slime, but I will label this slime pyramid because for some reason there's slime in there. Not sure why. If I need slime, I'll be back. Like some of you guys have been working your asses off, and you finally got a break because the job market is tough. It's been tough for a long time. It's hard to get experience if you don't have any fucking experience, and everyone wants you to have an entry-level position. Everyone wants you to have like 3 years of experience coming into an entry level. You need certification now. You need a fucking comp plus certificate. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. You need to do fucking leak code 150. You have to do all this shit just to get in. And right after all that, outside of your control, when you weren't looking, all of a sudden the hiring freeze. All of a sudden the bubble pops and things get progressively worse. I already forgot. Again, I already forgot what I was trying to say. It's fucked. Yada yada yada. I feel bad. Kind of. For the juniors in particular. I feel bad for you guys. I understand how difficult it is to break into an industry when you have no contacts, no nepotism to really grind on. You're kind of like doing it all on your own, and you're self-taught. You went to college for the wrong thing, and I get it. Oh, I get that so hard, you know? And like, I got lucky. I didn't get to this place. I didn't get to my position because I was the most qualified for the job. Once again, meritocracy is bullshit. I got very lucky. I knew the right people. I said the right things. And I ended up in a position at a company that wasn't affected in the way that most people are. I'm aware of that. And that makes me feel even more sorry for you, I guess. Because this really sucks. One point that I guess I didn't really get to finish is there's multiple reasons for this happening. And one that pops up a lot is AI. And that is absolutely a fucking reason. In tech, anyway. I'm not sure about video games. But a lot of CEOs and industry boards, they're all pivoting to, hey, we can do this job with AI. Hell, it's not just tech. Didn't SAG-AFTRA, the union for actors, just get done with this thing where they were fighting against entire studios? They're like, oh, we can just replace all of our writers and our actors with AI. Like, this is really bad. Like, I can't overstate that. This is a bad situation. Because when it comes to the desire for money, no one beats businessmen, depending on what industry you're in. We call them the money people. No one beats the money people. The money people know what they want. The money people get what they want. Another reason is the tech bubble. I don't think we're in the .com tech bubble, but can't lie, right? Like, there's obviously a lot of bullshit jobs. A lot of there are a lot of bullshit companies, right? We can't sit here and pretend like every single company, every startup that popped up since COVID and started doing insane amounts of hiring all at once because they think COVID's going to last forever. And we're in an online world now, and everything's changed in 2 years. It'll change, all right, and we will eventually transition into a fully online world, and you will start living in a concrete box. I truly believe that. I truly believe that one day you'll be fed through a tube, and you will never leave your house ever again. I believe that will happen. Just because of the way the world's wired, and because I'm pessimistic. That was lag in single player, that's weird. But not now. And for some reason, I don't know how these people became CEOs by being stupid. God, I don't want to talk about that. That's a different topic. That's a different situation. I can't talk about that right now. These people hired an insane amount, expecting that everything was going to be hunky-dory, we're all going to be kosher, and this COVID-like scenario was going to last forever. And it didn't last forever. Duh. No shit. Surprise. It didn't last forever. Who could have seen this coming? Wow. I guess there's, like, considerations you have to have when you're in that position, right? Did I just eat rotten flesh? Did the bag just feed me rotten flesh? Brother, don't feed me rotten flesh. Don't do that. Oh my god. Maybe the consideration that I'm missing for these CEOs and tech founders is that when you're publicly traded, you have investors that you have to answer to. And those investors expect a certain amount of growth, and if you're not showing that growth, they're going to be pissed. They're going to see, they're going to beat your ass. They're going to kill you. Okay? You're dead. It's over. Brother, you want to pick up the gold? Why are you running so fucking far? Pick it up. What's good? There we go. I guess in that position, you have to kind of inflate your numbers, and you have to do these crazy hiring sprees because, you know, the board expects you to. But who the fuck are the board? And why do we have a system here that incentivizes being a shitty businessman? Are we really that beholden to the stock market that we can't just... Like, what's our insulation look like? Do we have no insulation? Are the profit margins really so thin that we can't tell the board to fuck off? We're going to recover? Well, I guess if you're just building a company to sell it later, that's the worst thing to do. God damn it, I have to stop doing this. I have to stop doing this. I want to talk about layoffs. Stop talking about other shit. Okay. So, I already talked about the AI thing a little bit. I guess I should talk deeper about it. Aim at that, and kill the blow. I can't believe that broke it. This breaks obsidian? Why does this break obsidian? Oh, shit. That's crazy. What the fuck, dude? Am I supposed to put this in glove slot? There is no glove slot. What's the glove slot? There is no fucking glove slot. Oh, wait. Ether. Ah, I get it. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Alright, let's talk about the AI thing, I guess. So, I feel like not many people really understand what AI is, and that's for good reason, because right now the industry is filled to the brim with buzzwords and, you know, ways to make money. You kind of have to sell AI as bigger than what it actually is to make money right now. I'm not saying that AI isn't threatening and that it can't take your job. It can absolutely take your job, and it is taking your job, even if it's not doing anything useful. That's kind of the common theme I want to reinforce here. AI doesn't have to do anything useful. It's going to take your job, regardless of doing anything useful. Being useful is completely agnostic to taking your job. It makes no difference. It doesn't have to be useful. As long as it's perceived as being useful. As long as we're still in this AI gold rush, you are going to be replaced. And you are going to wake up very quickly to the fact that it doesn't matter what the corporation is, they do not care about you. There is no such thing as a family company. And that kind of sucks. It would be great to live in a world where the place where you work and invest your time and your loyalty and your passion actually gave a shit about you. But there is no corporation on the planet that works like that. Even the ones that aren't publicly funded. Oh, it's actually picking up shit? No, that's great. Even the ones that aren't publicly traded. I mean, like, even my company. I don't suspect these guys call me family, right? I don't suspect that... God damn it, I'm doing it again. That is a different topic. I'm bad at this. I'm so bad at this. Okay, so let's say that AI comes in. Nobody really knows what the fuck it does, because nobody does know what it does. The real black box is just the training of the AI. People know that, well, people who actually train the AI, they know that, hey, it's just taking a bunch of words and making a statistic guess, a probability-based guess on what's going to come next in the sentence. And it's pretty good at that. And it has a way to analyze an overall conversation and guess where that's going to go next. Like, it has the ability to use this data and predict what to say next. It's not thinking, it's guessing. Once again, that doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter because no one can tell. And if no one can tell, that's good enough. You're going to find out very quickly doing business that a lot of business is just fooling people. It's just a lot of It's just a lot of selling yourself to make yourself seem cooler and bigger and better than you actually are. Not just business as in owning a business, but also like selling yourself on a resume. It's a lot of gassing yourself up. There's not a single person who has a job today who is actually qualified the day they walked in to do that job. No such fucking thing. Everyone walks in not exactly knowing what the fuck is going on. Like, wait, this project uses Golang? What the fuck is Golang? That exists? That sounds like a meme. That doesn't even sound like a real language. What am I going to do with that? There are no cows here. I don't know why. Where am I? Once again, that is another conversation. I'm so bad at this. So, your AI, we're going to call him Bob. AI Bob comes in, puts his dick on the table and says, hey, I'm AI Bob. I can do your job. Even though you can't do your job, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. They can't do your job. Because have to do your job. He says he can do your job, and that's good enough, right? Robots have more credibility than humans. Because robots can't lie, right? Robots can't be wrong. Just like me, I can never be wrong. And Bob will take your job. So, here's the medicine, right? Here's the salve to the wound. Bob will not be here for 10 years. Not very good salve, is it? You mean I have to sit here for 10 years waiting for Bob to die off? What the fuck? Are you serious? Yeah. You kind of just have to wait for, because, like, once again, AI is not good at its job, and that is noticeable. You can lie on your resume, but eventually you're going to be caught out. Like, eventually people are going to be like, wait a second. Aren't you supposed to have this much experience? Why can't you do this? Oh, you know. You can't lie forever. You can't keep that shit up forever. The hope is by time that question comes up, you have picked up the knowledge and you can do it. Do I need more? No, I do not. You can do it. That's the hope. AI cannot get to that point. Especially if we just stop feeding it the data it needs to train. Maybe we should stop posting our art on X. Maybe we should stop posting our fucking art. I am going to kill. Fucker. What was I saying? Maybe we should stop posting our art on publicly owned places. Maybe we should keep everything on Blue Sky. Or whatever fucking federated service you use, Web3. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about it. I refuse. I refuse to talk about it. So what if you don't want to wait 10 years? Well, time to pivot. If you're a junior developer, you still have time to pivot. Your mind is still young. You're still fresh, okay? Your career might not be young, but you are, hopefully, maybe. I don't know, there's some 30-year-old junior developers. I feel bad for you guys, too. I know it's like to pivot to something you don't really, So I imagine you've been working as a cashier this entire time. Well, now your resume coming out of college, or high school, depending on when you started, is just cashier work. And now everybody's like, wait a second, the cashier is trying to become a developer? Not on my job, they're not. That's kind of the thing nobody really tells you, is that like once you establish a niche for yourself, it's difficult to break out of it. If you're fresh out of high school, do not assume that you can work 1 year, 2 years as a fucking grocery bagger, and then come out and go into your career of choice after you get some money built up into your savings. That doesn't actually look good. Fresh out of college, you need to go into an internship, an unpaid internship where they can fuck you up, they can do whatever the fuck they want to you, and abuse you and use you for free labor. That's where you need to go. Because you need something credible for a company that exists on paper to put onto your resume. Or you just lie about what company you go to, but I'm not going to talk about that either, because that's a different topic. I'm not doing that. You'll start off as a fucking bagger, and oh man, why am I talking about something that is not layoffs? Luther, are you stupid? Yes, I am. Yes, I am very stupid. In 10 years, the AI will go away. In 10 years, the AI will be different in a way to where you will have a job and you can coexist with them, or they just will not exist in the first place. That is happening. That is so happening. So the flower pouch wasn't working because it wasn't in my inventory. It was in the hotbar. But the flowers go into my inventory. This flower pouch, who coded this? Why is it coded that way? Whatever. Why is Minecraft coded that way? Who am I to judge Britannia? But what if you don't want to wait the 10 years? Like I said, pivot. So pivoting. It is the art of picking up a new skill. lucky for you, I made a video on that, actually, already. That's good foresight, Luther. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that was definitely foresight. I didn't just... I definitely have a planned order doing these things. I definitely have a planned order when I talk about these things. It's not like I just talk about it as it comes up in my mind. It's not like, given the chance, I won't just do a 5-year break and never see you again. No, that would never happen. That's not real. So what do you pivot into? Well, let's talk about the games industry first, because that is my favorite industry. That is my dream industry. I love the games industry. Even though I hate the people who work there, I hate the people who run it, and I hate gamers. Yeah, that was a bit heavy, huh? So let's talk about you guys first. If you're an artist, yo, okay, can we be real for a second? Can we keep it 100 just for a second? If you have an artist friend, please check up on them. All right, I don't say this lightly. Artists are absolutely on suicide watch. I want you to, if you have an artist friend, please, for fuck's sake, go ask them how they're doing. Oh my god. Artists are in a bad spot too. Please talk to your artist friends. They need all of the love and support and care that you can fucking manage right now. Oh fuck. I feel so bad for the artists. Your job is absolutely gone. Oh man, I feel so bad. I feel bad that I'm laughing, but it's funny. What can I say? It's kind of fucking funny. I get it, alright? I'm an artist. I do 3D. Low spec 3D in particular. I don't really do sculpting. I don't really do rigging if I can help it. I don't like to rig. I can animate. I'm an artist, okay? I'm here, baby. Low poly, pixel art, that's my thing. That's my jam. Procedural textures, environmental art, that's me. Alright? I get it. I'm allowed to laugh at this. Artists are fucked. We're so fucked. If I didn't pivot years earlier, I would be fucked too, bro. I promise you I would. I don't know what I would be doing. I would not be okay. I assure you of that. So, to explain why artists are fucked, in case it hasn't really sunk in. Artists are in a situation where they charge $120 to do a full portrait. Who puts these things into the mod packs, man? You remember that when I was talking about the lycanthropes? Like, why do we... Who's cooking? Tell them to stop cooking. Artists are in this situation where they charge $120 for a fucking simple portrait, but then an AI can do it for free. In less time. With no bullshit. They don't have to, like... If something's wrong with it, and you want to tweak something, it doesn't cost an extra fee. It doesn't cost extra money. Brother, do you hear that? Nah. That's an actual dungeon. I'm not. No. I just wanted leather. I don't want to play fucking Roman Olympics. An AI is not going to talk back to you. An AI is not going to tell you they can't do it. An AI has the skill to do it. An AI isn't going to fucking bitch and moan and complain and get sick. It's not going to have a mental health crisis. An AI is perfect in every single way. And when it gets it wrong, you can just press the button. It'll do it again within seconds. It will do it faster. It will do it for free. It will do it without complaints. There is nothing better than an AI when it comes to art. And that fucking sucks. An entire niche. Like, what do you need an artist's touch for now? You need it for 3D. That's not going to last for much longer. Even 3D animation has fucking AI in-between frame generators now. Do you understand what I'm saying? The in-betweens of animations, which are the majority of all frames of an animation, are done by an AI now. They can be done with an AI, and it's very convincing, and it's very good. Because as long as you can set up the key poses, which anyone can do, by the way, anyone can set the fucking key poses of an animation. A child can set the fucking key poses. Children do. You ever see a child draw a comic? Okay, that's them setting the key poses of the animation. Everyone could do this. The AI will just in-between. It's not even interpolation, it's actual in-betweens. It's like good in-betweens. I've tried it myself. It makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me sick. Once again, please talk to your artist friends. Please, 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 please. The only people who are safe completely right now seem to be raw dog 3D artists, but you were not going to be safe for long. I've heard some disturbing stuff from my industry friends. I've heard some bad things. So yeah, our artists are absolutely on suicide watch. Hashtag save the artists. Hashtag talk to your fucking friends. Please talk to them. Even if they're like, yeah, bro, I'm okay. They're not okay. They're not okay. Because no discipline is untouched by this. And what's sad is that it's the people whose training data goes into these AI that have no say in it. If you have your art on ArtStation, please pull it off ArtStation. It's too late for the shit that's already on there. If you have your show in Sketchfab, please take it off Sketchfab. Once again, it's too late for the stuff you've already uploaded on there. If you've been doing this for years, I'm sorry, it's too late. Why did I get rice? It is genuinely too late, right? Because when you sign that EULA, when you agree to the terms to upload your art onto that website, they implicitly have that control over you. They like your stuff is already scripted, it's already on their servers. Even if you delete it, this is what I was talking about when I said Discord isn't end-to-end encrypted, it's not secure. Even if you were to delete shit off of ArtStation or Sketchfab or whatever service you're using, the backend servers that were hosting your data and were displaying it for other people to see, it's not like they instantly delete that data when you send a request to delete it. They delete it on the front face, on the front end, but on the back end, it absolutely is still inside the service, in the database. And if they gave me access to the database, I would be able to pull it up and show you, hey, this is where it is. Here's the header file, and here is the picture that you uploaded in its full source resolution, the exact same way you uploaded it. Because when they're displaying something, they are downscaling it into a resolution that can display on monitors of all sizes and mobile applications and all types of things. Right, just makes it easier to work with if we adapt the pictures as you send it in rather than using the raw picture. It would take way too much data. So we have this raw place where we store everything and then we scale it to wherever we need it to go. What you deleted was the scaled down version. You did not delete the source. You cannot delete the source. You have no access to the source. This is not open source. You cannot see what the source is. You do not know the data model. You do not know the schema. You know nothing. It's too late. And maybe those 3 words are the most potent part of all this. It's too late. This is why I really want you to check in on your artist friends, because it is too late. I don't know how you're going to pivot out of this. I'll tell you what I did, and hopefully find a way. But as I was talking about earlier with the junior developers, we are not in a good hiring stage right now. We're on a hiring freeze. People are getting laid off. Companies are replacing coding jobs with AI because they think AI can do the exact same thing a coder does. Once again, GitHub, they scrape your data, they store it, and it is being used to train Copilot. And it is too late. It's too late. The only thing you can do is prepare yourself for the future. And goddammit, I wish the answer was better than that. So, I came out of a school that did 3D art. I'm not saying what the school is. If you look hard enough, you'll find it. There's plenty of them that do this. I have a degree in this, in game development. Luckily for me, my degree is not a arts degree. It is a bachelor's of science. And so when anyone asks, so what kind of degree do you have? I say I have a bachelor's of science. They don't need to know my major, because my major is game development. But game development doesn't really sound good to people who don't do game development. They don't understand what goes into game development. So I just say I have a bachelor's of science, because it is a bachelor's of science. Of course, I could just fucking lie, and then when I have the job and I've been working there for fucking 2 years and they find out, oh, you lied to me about your college degree. Yeah, but I'm doing the job, aren't I? Like, there's this guy I watched named Joshua Fluke. He talks about this a lot, and he's completely fucking right. When it comes to employers, the way you have to sell yourself these days is basically you have to convince them that, in the moment anyway, you are good enough to do what is being asked for in the application, which is difficult to fucking do because you have to jump through many hoops, and the person who's hiring you isn't always the founder or a developer. Sometimes it's just some HR lady who doesn't really understand and is listening out for buzzwords that you say, and if you don't say the fucking buzzwords, she's like, okay, this guy obviously doesn't know what he's talking about, because this other guy said he's a fucking AI fish engineer, and he totally fucking gets it. I don't understand. Yeah, okay. I'm not hiring this guy. I'm not sending him through. He doesn't get it. I'm not even going to consider this. I'm not even going to fucking bother the hiring team with this. He doesn't get it. If you work in HR, I'm not calling you all incompetent. I'm saying that, like, there's obviously people here who do not know what the fuck they're talking about, and yet are sitting here trying to hire for high skill positions. And it absolutely sucks. Don't you try to gaslight me. I know the truth already. So what I did was I say I have a bachelor's of science, and that totally fucking worked. I got a job working at this this small place that eventually led me to connect with a guy who owns a company. We didn't connect talking about jobs or anything. I was talking about my love of RimWorld and how much I play it. And eventually we got to like modding and development. And I said, yeah, I developed a few mods. And by a few, I mean one. But I didn't want to send that. I made one mod and it's not even that good. And he says, oh, you're a developer. Yeah. Hey, where do you work? He's obviously trying to fucking scout me. So I tell him, he offers me a salary. I say, damn, that's higher. That's a lot higher. Fuck yes. Sure, let's go. And I've been working there ever since. If you listen to Joshua Fluke, he'll tell you that it's not really good to work at a place for more than 2 years because company loyalty doesn't exist, and being loyal to a company isn't exactly a golden ticket to a good life anymore. Your grandfather and your great-grandfather could work at the same factory mill, work in the same job for 20 years, come out with a solid pension, fantastic retirement plan, solid 401k, completely filled up Roth IRA, and they're great. And you will not be that. That is not in the cards for you. So you have to work so you have to be a serial worker. Not cereal as in like crunch cereal, obviously. But I disagree. If you find somewhere that's solid, always have a backup in mind, obviously, because it's not friendly. Business owners are not friendly to employees. It's always been this way since your grandfather's generation. But if you have something solid and it pays a lot, you shouldn't instantly jump to the next job just because you can. And if we're being honest, I don't think Joshua Fluke is even fucking saying that. I don't think that's part of his rhetoric. I think if we're being rational, if we're using critical thinking skills, he's probably saying something like that too. But it's easier to pin it up as, hey, if you're working here for more than 2 years, you're being kind of stupid. You're being kind of stupid because they don't care about you. They don't give a fuck about you at all. Now, I got in through a connection, and this guy is the owner of the fucking company. So I am in a pretty solid position. And that's why I say I'm lucky. And a lot of you won't be that lucky. So, my journey kind of fucking ends there. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk about the coding part and how I learned to code. So I talked about focused learning before. But I came onto the job. All the coding I know comes from Unreal Engine. Alright? I've done like C++. I'm lying. I haven't done a lick of C++. I've done blueprints. I've done nothing but blueprints. So I understand the framework of programming. I understand the logic and like how to think about it as a programmer does. Like you want to store your variables, you want to keep everything global and malleable, you want to keep everything modular. I want to have resources and variables I can use around the entire project. I want to have a state. That's what they call it in programming terms, I guess. I don't know why they call it state. I think a global variable is far more intuitive. There's lots of things in programming that aren't intuitive at all, like just shitty names for things. Like, why would we name it Grubhub? Who comes up with this? I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. So I knew the basics, kind of, maybe. I never like made a full fucking game front to back. Like I've certainly tried. I've been in a few companies. I've worked freelance. I've been with people who have definitely attempted to do this. But it never really works out. Making games isn't hard, but it's time consuming. I want that to really sink in, by the way. Making games is not difficult. Making games is very easy. Anybody can make a game. But it is time consuming, man. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of dedication. And not everybody has that. So I knew the frameworks. They sat me down in front of a computer and told me to make 3 things I care about. I said I don't really care about anything programming-wise, but okay. I'll make a task list. I already have a task. I have Google Keep. I don't need a task list, but I decided to make one anyway. I'm going to make a weather application. Once again, I have Google Weather. I have weather applications on my phone. I don't need a weather application, but fine. I'll make one. And then I'm going to make something I'll actually probably use, which is a Dungeons & Dragons application for my homebrew. I just needed something that was free, easy to use, and at the time I didn't know about any other tools because I didn't really look that hard because we didn't play Dungeons & Dragons that often. And I don't know. I made the task list. I made the weather application. I followed tutorials. I copy and pasted my code, and that was kind of sort of good enough. And they're like, okay, now work on our dashboard. I'm like, okay, I'll work on the dashboard. And what the job consisted of was really just changing the color of buttons. What did I say about ocean monuments, brother? Fuck no. Not gonna jump scare me with that fucking weird ghost image bullshit, bro. No, that's not happening. Get fucked. Alright, it's just changing the color buttons. Have you ever used inspect element? What is that? I didn't want to look at it. I'm almost positive that is the thing I'm trying to avoid. Am I fucked? Oh no, it's an ocean creeper. I just looked at the minimap. Ocean creepers? Seriously? It's just changing the colors. Have you ever used inspect element on your website? Have you ever like right-clicked on a page, inspected, and like clicked on an element and then like change the color or change the text inside of a button? Have you ever like tried to forge a tweet? It's the exact, that is what you do for work. Hey, the client called and they said the search bar is too fucking big and they actually wanted it on the bottom instead of the top. Oh, but they said they wanted it on the top. Nope, they want it on the bottom now. Okay. And then you spend the entire fucking day. You get paid to spend the entire fucking day doing that. This is web development, by the way. This is front-end development. You get paid to just fucking do that. To listen to these rich people who don't know what the fuck they want. To tell you, hey, I think it'll actually look better if it looks terrible. And you get paid to cater to their fucking whims. I'm sick. I feel conflicted. If I was working for an ethical company, I told my boss this too. I'm like, yo, you know they're making this like actively worse. Are you really okay with it? And he's like, well, they're paying us. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, who am I to argue with the practicality of the situation? Yeah, they are paying us. They're making stupid decisions and paying us. Without stupid people, the economy would be in the gutter. I'm so glad we have stupid people. But damn, man. If I actually gave a shit about this application, if I gave a shit about this job, this would be very bad. I would be infuriated every single fucking day coming into work because I'm like, oh man, I hate these clients. I hate these people. Why can't they just make sane decisions? I could use rapid feed, right? Anyway, that's kind of how I ended up in this position. And like, I feel like I did more programming working in Unreal than I do now as a front-end developer. And I'm not joking. I used a lot of mana. Holy shit. Did I get rabbit foot? No, absolutely not. Rabbit leather. Not a foot, though. But it's kind of like the situation we're in. So that's what I did. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to replicate that, but yeah, sorry. I hope that helped a little bit. I guess, you can't be a front-end developer forever because, like I said, Copilot has already taken people's code, and eventually that's going to become autonomous. Right now, Copilot is not autonomous. It requires a human touch. It will not be like that forever. I refuse to believe it will be like that forever. So, what's the next move? What's the next stage? What's the next pivot? AI engineering. And then, after that, software architecture. What is AI engineering? Don't know. It's just buzzwords. I guarantee you that it's basically going to be something very similar to what I'm doing now, but with a little bit more backend. A little bit more actual coding. Do you guys have, like, a teleporter in your village? I don't think so. That's unfortunate. So, like I said, I'm not sure if that's actually what the fuck is going on with, wait, what was that, Jet? Nah, kind of dog shit. I'm not sure if that's actually what a software engineer does. The job description is very vague. It's like, I'm a consultant. Okay, what do you do? You know, I consult. What do you consult with? What are you consulting on? I don't know. I'm just consulting, bro. It's a bullshit job. And AI engineer is absolutely a bullshit job. Machine learning engineer absolutely is not a bullshit job. But I want to work the bullshit job because that's easier. Eventually, I do want to work the real job of being a software architect. I consider myself pretty organized. I think I'm pretty organized anyway. And being able to determine, okay, this is the best folder structure is something I love to do. I am a data hoarder, okay? Dealing with folder structures is my jam. And so dealing with folder structure, but it's code, that makes perfect fucking sense. Laying out an entire piece of software, that makes perfect fucking sense to me. And I don't understand why I need 15 years of experience to do it, and why nobody believes in when I say I can do it right now. I do it every day. But okay, sure. I'll work for 15 years. doing bullshit jobs, and then I'll sit there and say, hey, look, 15 years of doing bullshit jobs, let me in, and they will let me in because that's the way the market works for some reason. I don't like that, but it is what it is. What about you though? It depends on where you are. If you're a junior developer, hey, listen, there's a chance for you. Okay, it's not over for you at all. You need to pivot. I know you want to be I don't know what the fuck you want to be. Whatever discipline you had before, there are still jobs for you. The job market it's still there. It's just that the hiring freeze has kind of paused everything. If you want to be a web developer, you can still be a web developer. You did not learn JavaScript for nothing. I encourage you to not learn raw JavaScript. Very few people use that. Everyone uses Angular or React. Sometimes Vue. But everyone's using a framework. No one's using the OG stuff. No one cares about your bubble sort at a front-end development job. Your job is to make the button bigger and smaller. There's this hiring practice some studios use, some places use, called code tests. Whenever I apply to a place and they tell me that they require a code test, I just stop talking to them. What I found is that code tests are this thing where, like, it never represents the job you will actually be doing. I have done web development. I've worked for a large variety of clients because, our work is contracted out to people. I've seen a lot of projects, right? An inordinate amount of more projects than anyone should have to see. I know that code tests are absolutely bullshit. Leak code also is absolutely bullshit. I have not touched leak code. I have not touched a fucking lick of leak code. You do not need leak code to change the size of a button, to change the color of a button. 99% of the time, your job is going to be adapting to the situation as it comes up. Leak code did not, there is no code test that proves your ability to do that. There's nothing out there that exists. And, there's really nothing they can ask other than, so how fast can you learn this thing? The ability to learn is the ability of a good developer. So if you're a junior, learn more. Be excited to learn new shit. And find a way to care about it. If you don't care about it at all, find a way to care. You'll do better that way. It's easier to learn when you're motivated. If you're asking why I ate raw rabbit just now, it's because I wanted that heart. Let's say you're a games programmer. It's the same advice I gave developers. Pivot away from games. Alright, game programming is amazing, because unless you're using a proprietary language like GDScript, well, even GDScript is based on Python, and Python can be carried other places. Just twist the logic a little bit. If you've been working as a games programmer and you've been working a lot of variables, a lot of data handling, a lot of managing databases, come work as a relational database engineer. That's totally your calling. Come through it, bro. Become a data engineer. There are jobs for you. Do not stay in this industry. This industry is absolutely fucked, and if you are not working indie, you are not working. Don't bother working AAA. It's a pain in the ass. No one likes it. That's not true. There's some people who like it, but I call them institutionalized. I truly believe that. I think AAA is the devil. I really believe that. Yeah, there's plenty of space for you, bro. Okay. Come to Indeed. Don't ever use the easy apply button, because that shit is usually only linked up with fucking scams. You're going to get called by an Indian recruiter, and you're going to be like, wait a second. They hired someone who can't speak English to hire for the job? Then you'd be racist about it, of course. Usually, whenever you have an actual... There's a lot of scams out there today, so be careful doing that as well. But yeah, leave the games industry, bro. If you're a programmer, you can work anywhere you fucking want. There's no reason to stay as a games programmer, right? If you're an artist, I'm sorry. That's all I can say, so I'm sorry. Okay? I hope it gets better for you. I hope you find solace, peace. I hope you're able to rest. If you live with your parents, because the economy is absolutely dog shit. No one can buy an apartment for under $2,000 and be in a good area where you don't have to drive 30 miles to get to a gas station. And then you have to pay $500 insurance on your car that you shouldn't really have to own, but you have to own it, because if you want to live somewhere that's under $2,000, you have to live outside the city and away from any type of walkability space. If you're American in particular, yeah. Girl, I almost hit you. Be careful. If you still live with them, I hope they're understanding. I hope they have patience, they have grace, and that you get along with them. I hope you love your parents still. I hope you and your parents are on good terms. Because you're going to be leeching off them for a while. And that's okay. I want you to remember that you're not fucking failure because you got fucked. Eventually, you will pivot. You will have to change. Things will have to change for you. And when they do, I hope you find your feet. I hope you find what you were looking for. And once again, if you have friends that are artists, please check up on your fucking friends, okay? They're the ones who are suffering the most. Like, it was already bad enough that just working hard as an artist doesn't guarantee that you're going to do a good job or get a good job. It doesn't matter how hard you work. I want to go up there eventually. The LOD makes this look absolutely fucked, but I know it's amazing. I know it's beautiful up there. Like, it is... God, man. Like I said, I've said this at the beginning, I'll say it here again at the end. I don't consider myself to be a good person, okay? I don't consider myself to be some fucking saint. Right? I laugh at the weak. I laugh at the down and outs. I'm not a good person. I don't help someone if they fall on the fucking street. If someone drops $10, I might pick it up and pocket it, depending on who's looking. Alright? I don't have integrity like that. I'm not a good person. But there's... God damn it, there's a fucking limit, dude. There's a limit, and we're way past that limit. This shit sucks. But if you want to find optimism, if you want to find the fucking light in all this, you have to look at how much it sucks. You can't just keep your head down in the fucking sand and pretend like everything's okay, we're all going to be okay. We're all going to fucking make it. We're all going to cope, and we're going to huff copium, and we're going to make it. We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. We have to change. We have to be dynamic. We have to adapt. We're humans. It's what we fucking do. Our number one strength, no matter what fucking game you play, no matter what piece of fiction you ever read, is adaptation. That is what humans do. We adapt. So it's time to adapt again. It's time to change shit up again. You were an artist once, you can be something else now. It does not even have to be remotely the same discipline. It does not have to be something you went to college for. You can change. You can adapt. You can be and do better. That is the light in the darkness, okay? And I feel fucking sick to my stomach talking all fucking flowery like that. But it's true. It's true that you can't come out of this. You just have to have the faith that you can come out of this. You have to have an idea. You have to have a conception. You have to have a thought. How am I going to do this? And if your mind is in the fucking gutter, if you're down in the dumps, if you feel like shit, it's because you do feel like shit and you are shit. You're in a shitty situation, and you're a shit person for being in a shit situation. That's how everyone's going to fucking treat you. The entire world's going to treat you like you're evil because you're in a bad situation. Yes, accept it. Embrace it. It is fucking raining around the world right now. You need to learn how to dance in the rain. Some people have raincoats. You didn't come with a raincoat. Right? You popped out of the womb, no raincoat. You popped out raw and naked. Learn to dance. Learn to enjoy this. Learn to figure this shit out. Because you have to. I feel like I'm playing Dora the Explorer. Where is the leather? Can you see the leather? If you see the leather, say leather. It's definitely not in there. It has to be in the backpack. Ah, leather. Okay, 16. That's good enough.